Hello and welcome to another video. So we're sitting down today, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about money as it relates to being a massage therapist. And what I'm going to consider this is like the March recap of how much coins I made, and I want to talk to you about a few other things. If that interests you, stay tuned and enjoy this video. I was a bit apprehensive about coming to show you exactly how much I made, but I mean, it is what it is. I want, like I said, as I'm going through this journey with you, I wanted to just be honest. And some people are looking at these videos, some of you looking at these videos from the outside, like, is this something that I should go into? Is it going to make sense? And all these things from a financial standpoint. And I want to be as transparent as I can because I would have wanted to see this information when I was going into it. Okay. All things to be considered. First, before we even get into any of that, I want to give thanks to the Lord. I thank you, Jesus, for restoration, okay? Because without the Lord's restoration, without deliverance, none of this would be possible, including me being able to sit here and talk to you. So I want to get that out of the way first. That's first and foremost. Anytime you see me come on here, I thought about this yesterday as I was working on the day in the life of a massage therapist video. Anytime you see me talk about a client enjoyed their massage or anything like that, know that first I give honor to God because I realize that every good and perfect gift comes from Him. Even the good and perfect gift of being able to give a good massage, being able to make people feel welcome. This is a gift from the Lord. It is not my own doing. It's not my own strength. It's not because I got good energy or any. It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with the Lord. So first I give honor to the Lord, to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Okay. So let's get into today's video. First, I want to start with the talking points and then we'll go into the numbers. Okay. So you want to skip around, girl, and miss out on the good stuff. That's on you, baby. That's on you. So I talked about this in another video. If I can remember which video it is, I'll link it. That's to keep track of your money. This has turned out very well for me, which is why I'm able to give you the exact numbers, because for the entire month, I kept track of all of my finances. Okay. And with that being said, I told you the things that I keep track of is the upgrades from appointments at work, just so I can like gauge how much the paycheck is. I don't have to do that, but I do like to do that just to keep track of it. Make sure everything is everything. Okay. And then also, I keep track of tips. So cash tips, not credit card tips, because they show up on the paycheck and I'm able to keep track of it there. But I keep track of cash tips. I also keep track of appointments, like mobile appointments taken outside that's not on the paycheck because it has nothing to do with them. Okay. So I keep track of mobile appointments. So for the entire month, I made, with all those things, tips and other mobile appointments and stuff like that, just undocumented money, right? Is $695.80. Now, I very well could have forgot, $20 here, $20 there. But for the most part, I think I caught everything. If I missed anything, then I missed something. I definitely didn't add anything to it, but I might have missed out on something. So that's the number that I got for those things. The next thing I want to talk about is you can have massage. You can be a massage therapist and have another job, another career. And when I say another job, I don't mean another job doing massage. You can only do so many massages. It's a very physical job, right? You can only do so many massages. You can only work so many hours. And the numbers that we're going to talk about here today, I only work about 17 hours a week. Okay. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you, for the month, I made $2,642.19. I only work about 17 hours a week. So there's very much, if you're a single person, and even if you're not, there's room in there for you to work another job in another field, if that's what you choose to do. So I want you to know that going into this. Okay. There very well is a commitment in time to like get through schooling and all that kind of stuff, but you can do this and something else. Okay. I just want to let you know that. Cause like I said, if I would have known about this way back when, baby. Okay. The other thing I wanted to add to keeping track of your money, keep track of your money so that you can keep track of your goals. And when I say goals, maybe you have financial goals and your money is just like all over the place and you don't even know if you're meeting those goals because you don't know how much money you're actually bringing in, so you don't know how much you can adjust. This was a mistake that I made, and don't do this. Like I told you guys, I like to save my tips, or at least make sure that my tips are going to things that matter. And when I say things that matter like gas. I don't need to wait until my paycheck comes to get gas when I'm having, all this cash running through my hands. I can put gas in my car that way. I don't have to wait until, my paycheck comes to, get some extra groceries. I can get groceries with the extra cash. You know what I mean? Like, don't just spend your money, your tips on fast food, and then wait till your paycheck comes to handle your business. Handle your business all the way around. And a good way to keep track and see, like I said, if you're meeting your goals financially, is to actually keep track of the money that you're making. Because you can make a lot of excuses. When you have a lot of cash, when you make a lot of cash, sometimes it can feel like you're not making a lot of money. It's because you're not keeping track of it and you're not managing your money well. And you have control of that. You can fix that. I'm talking to you as a person who realized that that's something that I had to fix. Like I just said, almost $700 in just like money that's not on the paycheck. When you wait for your paycheck, it's different because you usually like schedule out, plan out how you, at least a wise woman, child. You usually schedule out and plan out how you're going to spend that money. When you're getting a bunch of cash, baby, you just be spending. You just be spending like you don't have any responsibilities to take care of. You can change that. The next thing I talked about before, and I want to continue to talk about, and that's to build clientele and keep clientele. You can't make $700 extra if you are not building and keeping clientele. If you are not focused on client satisfaction and things like that, that extra money that cash is coming from tips. The mobile appointments is coming from, a good rapport with a mobile clientele. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So don't focus so much on, I got to make money, I got to get money, I got to do this, and stretching yourself so thin that you're not showing up as the best version of yourself, which is why I am showing you how I'm showing you the day in the life, because it is possible, but you're going to have to be very intentional, in the way that you get things done. That's all I want to say. Okay, that's all I want to say. So make sure you're building clientele, you're keeping clientele, and you're not focused only on, when I get my paycheck. Let's make it, come on, let's have it all working. The next thing is live within your means. Live within your means. Like I said, I work as a part-time. I'm working 17 hours is not full-time. It's not even close. I think full-time is something like 32 hours a week, which you could work 32 hours a week. I know people work 32 hours a week. They don't have children, or not, at least not younger children, but you can do it even if you do have younger children. You're just going to have to plan things out better. Working perhaps hours that they're at school, or hours that maybe your spouse or whoever is home to watch the children. You can plan it out. And if that comes up, then we'll talk about that a little later. But it doesn't matter how much money you're making if you're not living within your means. If every time you meet a new high within your budget, you decide that you want to supersede that with your spending, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. So yes, you can make a lot of money as massage therapists. This is probably the lowest you've heard. Maybe nobody's actually shared how much they're making, like their finances. But this is not very, this is like I work normal. Like I don't feel overworked. I still am able to spend time with my family and, all the things that matter to me, sit down, make videos like this for you. All the things that matter to me, I'm still able to do and then work too. So, and I still make pretty good money. By the grace of God, I still make pretty good money. So I want you to keep that in mind. Live within your means. Live within your means. And this has been this has been slow. So imagine if it was like more fast paced. And I know you're saying the economy, rich people on a different economy. I'm just saying. Okay. You knew it. You just wanted me to say it out loud. Take care of yourself. Because if you are trying to work 30 hours, you're going to have to take care. You're going to have to be eating right. You're going to have to get enough sleep. You're going to have to take care of yourself to be able to do this kind of work more hours. If you're looking at the amount of hours that I make, and you say, you know what, I could make that much money. I could make more, actually. I could double those hours. I want you to keep in mind that you're going to have to take care of yourself, because it's very physical. We're not even talking about the mental, the mental, spiritual, emotional aspect of it. That takes a lot of times too. But that's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking I'm talking strictly about the aspect that it's a very physical job. Because what I have learned is the emotional and spiritual aspect of the job. The only business, that only my emotions is my business. The people who come into the room, that's their business. The Lord wants to intercede and make your business my business. Well, let it be what it be. But you, even if you're not a massage therapist, there still is an emotional and spiritual element to your life that you need to be working on. So yes, when you see so many clients, maybe you see so many things, maybe you hear so much stress and tragedy, you have to kick that up a notch. But that's, spending more time with God is nothing. Reading more of your Bible, more of your scriptures, that's not too much for you to add to your plate. But I'm talking, like I said, strictly about the physical aspect of the job. If you do 7 massages a day, you're going to be in pain. You're going to be in pain. And there's a lot of self-care things you can do. You guys see me frequently with the massage gun. I will tell you that this is the most massages I've done. I don't even know how many massages I've done in the last month. A lot. I feel like last weekend I worked a lot. By the grace of God, I worked a lot. By the grace of God, he says the same and spares my life. This weekend I will work a lot, and my arms don't hurt like they used to hurt. It's really because I changed how I think about the whole thing. I sit, like I said, in a seat of gratitude, like, Lord, you don't have to bless me to be able to do this. And with that in mind, I make sure to do what it takes to take care of myself so that I can do the thing that I'm called to do. You tracking with me? I hope you track with me. So take care of yourself. So let's go back up. I said in tips and like mobile apps and stuff, I made $695.80. In March, in paycheck, so one check I made $954.50, and one check I made $991.89, to total out at $2,642.19 for the month. And this is just for massage. This is just for massage with an average of 16 hours a week. Says 16 clients, 16 hours. It's all the same thing. So not working very much. You most definitely can work more than me. I would say I really work about 3 days. 3 days worth of work. Yeah. So you could definitely, 5 days is not impossible for you to do. You can most definitely do that. But keep in mind that the things that I'm mentioning here. Just manage your time, manage your life, manage what you have well. And I wanted to also say this, that an average for mobile, and when I say an average, that's an average. That means it averages out. So even if the appointment is $80 and somebody tips like $50, it does happen. So don't look at me crazy. Especially with a mobile appointment. Somebody tips like $50. The average of mobile appointments is $100 an hour. Okay. The average for an in-suite, like a massage at the spa, is $45 an hour. And that is including the tip as well. So you get I talked about this before in the video. I'm not saying one is better than the other one. I honestly can do the amount of massage that I can do in spa and mobile because there's a separation between the two of them. I don't feel like I have to do one wholly or the other one wholly. I talked about this in the video when I told you that doing mobile is it's kind of like more mentally taxing, right? Because I don't know where I'm going. I don't know these people. There's a lot more to it than just simply just going in, the table's already set up, and then, hey, I got the front desk. I got other therapists in the building with me. People come check on you and stuff like that. There's a button under the table you can press and say, hey, homeboy is weird. Okay. When you're mobile, you don't necessarily have that sort of safety, that sort of built-in safety, especially when you're going outside of hotels. So I like not having to be 100% mobile, but there is a benefit, and the benefit is you get paid more for mobile. So that's just something to consider. I see a lot of therapists, they're kind of like stuck in suite, and they work hard. And when I mean they work hard, like they're working 6 days a week and they're not making nearly, if you work 4 days, if you work 4 days in suite and you just took one of those days and worked mobile, you would make more money than you're slaving and working all 6 days and all of these hours. I mean, I'm telling you, people don't want to listen. I'm telling you. So if you want to listen, then you listen. If you figure out a way to get it done, then you figure out a way to get it done. All that safety stuff, I've already answered all these questions. I'm not even going to address it here. So it's definitely something that you should consider. And like I said, don't forget to build up your own clientele. Don't forget that while you're working. Don't forget that, my friend, to build up your own clientele. I think that's it. We talked about mobile. We talked about suite. Oh, and then also, you remember when we talked about having a suite? Like, remember when I had a suite? So all this money, it ain't going to nobody. It's not for the suite rent. And then you still got to pay your bills, but you got to pay the suite rent. It's not for the suite rent. Ain't that nice? So don't let nobody knock you upside your head saying, girl, I got me a suite. Don't do that. Because when I get my money, all of my money can go towards what my money needs to go towards. I don't have to break the suite. I'm not knocking the suite at all. If you can swing it, if you can afford it, if it's working out for you, cool. But I have seen so many times that it just doesn't work out. The money that's going out just doesn't make sense. If you want to be, self-employed, do your own thing, try mobile. Try building up your mobile clientele. And even more than that, do what I did, find a spa that you actually like to work at. You like to work out. It's been a long time to find a spa that I actually like. Maybe you don't like spa. Maybe you like a gym. Find a place that you actually like to work so that you can get better in your craft, right? And then do something to make you some money with what you getting better at. Okay? And that could be mobile. That could be mobile. All right, so I hope this video helped you. Like I said, it's just a little month recap, some encouragement for those of you who may be in school and say, girl, how much money am I gonna make? Because right now it ain't looking. Okay, maybe it's that little push that you need to get through school. All right, so as always, if you have a question, ask one, and I'll see you in the next video. I also wanted to say this, that the location of spa that you choose absolutely does matter. But for the most part, people understand that this is a service that needs to be tipped. So for the most part, you will get, you'll get compensated. Okay, I just want to say that.